We're down 3-0. It's beginning tomorrow night. And in the Southwest batting order, it'll be Ha-Sung Field and batting ninth. Kyle Freeland, a walk he is familiar with. We've talked a lot about this in his last couple. He just keeps getting better.
Yeah, the stuff gets better. 22% curveballs, 20% sliders. So he upped the curveball, decreased familiarity. We saw the 82 pitches in that start against San Diego. 56 of them were
just 2 runs on 3 hits over 6 innings. So he's 2-0 this year against San Diego. Mr. Freeland today. Garrett Hampson, you know what? It's like, hey, look at the map. Where's Garrett today? To Ryan McMahon as the Rockies are facing a quality left-hander in Blake Snell. So, and we are underway with that foul ball. And I think it's smart. We know how bright Kyle is.
And also, this is the 4th game of a series, so there's a huge book on runs in the first inning in this 17 start. So I think he's kind of learning something about that 3+ games.
Next year will be different. I'm just thinking about lengthy series. This is tapped back to Kyle. Each other. You know each other well. Well, next year, because baseball, so all the American League teams, you'll see them at least once. It's going to be interesting. But you have to
take either 4 or 5 games away from each team within the division. The only thing I'm thinking about that, Drew, against some of those other American League clubs, trying to make up games.
That 1-0 on Cronenworth, and that's in their first strike. Calling balls. He's adopted a little bit of what Charlie Blackmon has been so baseball.
Yes.
He has 9 home runs. 8 of them are on the pull. That's a great pitch by Freeland as he strikes out Cronenworth.
On 81, this one's 83, but the depth on it went down and went for Cronenworth. I think he was still thinking about that pitch before, Drew, where he's trying to pull it.
So here's Manny Machado. He's had plenty of experience against Kyle. Kyle, you'll see fastball, you'll see cutter in typically.
Well, you have to do that. You get the arms extended, all the stuff we talk about up here and down in the dugout. I don't care who you are. You know, maybe about the only guy that doesn't have to worry about.
Here's the 1-1. And he goes away there.
And Kyle was thinking to himself, oh no. And he got lucky. He got 4.
2-2. Idea of where he stands emotionally,
and that's okay. Got away, and that's just who they are, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't try to change.
Here's the 2-2, just outside. 3-2. I saw you don't talk to pitchers on the day they start, but there are some guys that in the world you're going to say anything to.
Don't even attempt to look at.
His game phase started, I guarantee you, at some point last night.
Yeah, already thinking about today and what's going to happen, and already game planning. Because
another 3-2, and another foul ball by Machado.
The dugout, you could see how guys are going, where they're susceptible, even if the scouting report.
This is tapped slowly to Hampson, and a nice play. Versatile. Wherever you put him, he's going to defend that spot exceptionally well. We'll be hitting 1-2 for the Rockies. Connor Joe on the left and Jose Iglesias order for Buddy. We'll have Chris Bryant back in there in the 3 spot. CJ Cron back in of Tampa, and now with the San Diego Padres.
And he's not afraid to go slider curveball mix because the numbers in the batting. But he also will work at the top of the zone. He's not one of those guys that hit.
5th. He also walked later on in the ball game.
That fastball more.
1 ball, 1 strike at least twice in a game. And it's usually a hit and a walk. Sometimes. But he finds his way on base. He's got a .368 on base percentage. Here's a 2-1 from Snell.
And up a lot too.
Blake Snell,
well, especially after you have hit a 3-run home run
game. He's had multiple 4-ribby games, but last night he threw out.
Rockies history to have 6 RBIs or more in a ball game. Those guys did.
It still, for me, is going to be one of the more memorable games. All-Star Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, season low in innings for him, and just 6 innings or more to begin the season.
And then you couple that with the fact that Chris Bryant.
Oh, that was also against the San Diego Padres. I'll throw it right around 53% of the time. Pitcher's body too at 6'4", about 225 pounds.
From the Pacific Northwest.
Let's get overall.
Good take. Good at bat.
Strike zone. I know Blake Snell was trying to beg for that one.
And this ball is lined to Bizarra in right. A lot of pitches, and ultimately I barreled the ball, but I just hit it at a fielder. There's 2 outs with Gold Glover is back in there. Machado at third. So kind of a newfangled left. They've been very good throughout the year. They had a couple of miscues yesterday. None of for San Diego this afternoon, and Chris takes a strike.
Like you'd missed 3 months. It's really hard to 3 days for Chris, knowing that the Twins were going to be born on Monday.
0-2. And Chris went around, so that'll end. Go to the second. No score at Coors Field. Rockies and Padres. Right. Stouter thanks. Jorge Alfaro bounces one just fast. And Luke Voigt. This ball's lined toward left center field, and it'll be cut off.
That's a smooth play by Connor in left field to be able to cut, spin, carry into that gap. So you cut the angle, and then so Connor knows that he runs.
The guy that's paying attention. He's paying attention to scouting reports when coaches go over it out of the box. And to your point, he was fielded into a single, and he utilizes it every time he runs. I mean, he goes hard.
It's good to see.
Yeah,
I mean.
1-0 on Hosmer, and he takes a strike. I went up to, and I went up to him. I introduced myself because I hadn't met him yet.
Yeah.
And
those guys have to kind of get that, Rick.
Did Hosmer go? Nope. Bounce or foul. So
and he referenced that.
Yeah.
So I faced Charlie Yavapai. And Charlie was throwing just as hard.
Snap throw. We've seen Freeland.
Not this last trip, but the trip before with the little snap throw to first.
Remember C.J. Abrams to Hosmer, and now a little bit of an issue. You got 2 on, no one. And big Luke Voigt's coming up. This has
pitch just shy of 50%.
It's a little bit south. But that is a rollover 98% of the time.
Well, and Kyle this year's type.
Just off the plate. Just that little double threw off the timing of Voigt just enough.
It does. When that foot comes up, okay, I need to get back. I need to start loading now. And then he double leg kicks it there. Like
2-2 on Voigt. Swung on and missed. So Voigt strikes out.
The last 10 games for Kyle, when there has been traffic or runners in.
Zara's really been swinging the bat well. That's in there for a strike. Significantly so against Kyle than righties.
323 to 256.
And hitters in the game against Freeland. And it's just to further tell you a story. 934 against Kyle. 0-2. That's a foul ball. It's off the foot.